Hi guys, how you all been? It's been a very long week for me. Like the week has been so long. Just so tired, unhappy. When some things happen and I don't know, you just can't take yourself away from the situation and you just feel it's always me, I'm the problem. That's the way I feel this week and it's just so sad. I just feel tired, I feel less of myself. I don't have faith in myself. I'm a very strong person, I'm a very motivated person, but then I just don't find it in me anymore. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel and it's your girl Adefemi Shimaske, and on today's video I'm just going to be talking to you guys. Today is when you're a black girl in a space where you constantly feel like you're shrinking, where you're second guessing yourself, second guessing your every move, and you're like, no matter what I do anyway, nobody says me. This video is definitely for you. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and let's dive into today's video. So this week has been really overwhelming for me. This week I feel like I've been drowning. I feel like there's just been a lot going on and I've just been feeling overwhelmed at work and I've just been feeling out of place. I don't know if you ever feel this way, but I feel like at some point in our lives, especially as immigrants, we tend to like feel like maybe we don't belong here. And I think someone once says is imposter syndrome, kind of. I've never felt like that before because I've always been someone that I don't see my color, I don't see anything. I just go on with the flow, go on with what life throws at me, and just be grateful and just keep pushing. But recently, I've actually felt like in a certain way in this space where I'm at, and it's just made me think like, am I actually meant to be in the right place? So this is me just doing this video to encourage someone out there. I'm still in that season from a very bubbly person that loves work so much. I love my job, I enjoy my job, I enjoy what I do. I like to be in a space where I'm constantly giving, or where I'm just so happy to serve, to come into a space where I'm just not motivated. I don't feel like going to work. Once I get at the gate, I feel like, what am I even doing here? Am I supposed to be here? Is this what God actually wants me to keep doing it? On the flip side, it could actually be God telling you that it's time for you to get out of that space and do something more. Sometimes I feel like I think that's how God speaks to me when things start going in a very terrible light, or things start not working. They tend to stop working together for my good, so to say, or everything still works together for my good anyway, irrespective of how terrible it could be. But then when I start getting to that point where I feel so tired, feel so choked up, I feel like whatever I do, I keep making mistakes, or things are just not aligning. It could just be God pushing me to say it's time, it's high time, it's either now or never. And sometimes I feel like when God wants to really bless me, wants to push me out of my comfort zone, things really become so tight. I used to say this example that I'm like that person that when they are out there, God is pushing them, God is about to like provide their own home for them, then it makes it difficult for them to like pay their rent, and they will get evicted. And the money that they are supposed to like use to pay for the rent, miraculously they get it, and they need to like buy their own house instead. So I think I don't know, I don't want to make a rash decision. I really still want to like get confirmation from my spirit to actually be sure that it's actually time. It's time. It could be that it's actually time, or I'm just at that phase where things will not always be perfect, but God is always for us. Probably I'm just at that space. I don't know which one I am, but it's really been a tough week. And it just occurred to me that there are people out there also. I'm not alone in this journey. I could feel like I'm not seen, but then I'm not alone. There are people out there. It just feels like life is closing in on them, and they just kind of need moral support. And I'm here to support you, girl. That I'm here to encourage you that you're not alone. You're seen. Especially if you are in a male-dominated environment, or you're at that point where it just seems like you're constantly proving yourself, and it's becoming so tiring, so overwhelming. It just seems like at every point in your life you have to do like double of what everybody else is doing. I want you to know that I see you. You're not alone. There are so many of us that are also in that boat, and I'm just going to be sharing how navigating that season, and hopefully this helps someone out there to also get out of that space and believe in themselves. Not allow negativity, not allow the enemy to tell you what is not, because you're good enough. You are in the space where you're supposed to be. You deserve to be where you're supposed to be. Yeah, keep making waves. Don't give up on yourself. From a black girl to another black girl who is trying so hard to make waves in a society where we don't have familiar faces like us. I want you to know that. So they just feel so heavy. Sis, we've all been there and we're still there. I was trying to navigate every step as it comes. So don't give up. Don't let this season weigh you down or make you feel so overwhelmed that you can't get out of it. Don't let it affect your mental health. This week I've got to that point where I start thinking of the negative things my dad used to tell me that I have got low self IQ. There are days when I walk into work and I feel like that's it. I'm wearing a mask. I'm trying to be what I'm not. I'm trying to fake the smile. Not because I'm fake, but because I'm just tired. Someone saw me the other day and they're like, you look like crap, and I'm like, yeah. I've walked to that mental space where I'm tired of proving myself. I'm tired of feeling like a diversity talking. I'm tired of constantly having to just fit in. They say you don't like to socialize, then you try to like socialize. You don't drink on the night, then you try to like drink. You're constantly trying to prove yourself, trying to like fit in. I think I just got to that space where I've had enough and I'm tired. The other day something small really happened. We had like a group game and I couldn't quite figure out the game. I didn't understand the game, and it ended up like my team started like laughing at me, instead of me laughing it off also. But if somehow it got to me, they saying I was a highlight because making a joke of everything, and it weighed so much in my heart, and I laughed with them. But then I went back to my house and I was telling my friend the other day, and I was crying. Like, it really got to me. Something so small like that, but it just came out of nowhere. I just felt out of place. I didn't understand the game, true, but then they were laughing at me. I just felt like, okay, maybe I don't belong here. And I know that many of us have felt that way. There are moments where we just try to like feel like we don't belong. But one thing I want you to know is, don't let the enemy tell you this. It's a lie. When these things happen over and over again, don't let the enemy tell you these things. Don't believe it. You belong there. That is why you are there. If God didn't want you to be in that space, He wouldn't give you the opportunity to be there. And because He has given you that opportunity to be there, then you deserve to be there. So don't let the enemy, whatever it is he wants to tell you, that you don't belong there. Don't accept it. One thing I've come to realize in this season, this phase, is that mistakes don't define you. Move yourself away from the mistake. Don't think that is you, that is who you are. It's not a case of it's me, it's not you. I also made a mistake during PT. I went the wrong way, and suddenly everybody was worried about me. They started looking for me, and I felt like I felt the entire team, like a whole squadron, like they were looking for me, and I just became like the topic. And someone was like, this will never, it's more like a stigma that would stay with you for a very long while. We're already the minority, but then mistakes feels louder. It just makes it look like it's expected of you. They already profile you, even though you're better, you're good, but then they've already profiled you because of one mistake. But then, yeah, these things do happen. They don't define your worth. That doesn't mean you're a weakling. That doesn't mean you're slow. That doesn't mean you're less than everybody else. That doesn't mean that you don't belong. I'm telling myself this because I'm trying to convince myself that is what it is. But one thing I think we should remember: give yourself grace. You are human. Growth doesn't happen in silence. It happens in struggle. There are times that we're going to fail. There are times that I just feel like this particular unit where I'm at, like I just feel like maybe from day one things have not just been working well. There's always been, if I'm not missing a parade, I'm missing an appointment. There's always just been something that Everybody seems to like God is announcing me in a negative way. And people just tend to know me for something that isn't right, and this is not me. Well, anyway, all these things do happen, but what do we do? How do we move past it? How do we not let it define our personality, because we are more than all these things? What do you do when everything just feels like it's falling apart, and it just seems like you're the least person in the group? It just feels like right now I feel like I'm the least person in the group. I feel like I'm the worst person. I'm not smart enough, and I'm trying to pursue something, and I'm like, I'm sure they will laugh at me. Just name the feeling. Feel it. It's okay for you to feel it, but don't dwell too much on it. It's a new week now. I'm going to go into this week feeling I will not feel overwhelmed. I promise myself that I will not feel unseen, and I promise myself that even though I feel like I'm drowning, I'm just going to keep going and not feel that way, or feel that people are talking about me. Just zoom out. Yeah, just zoom out. It could be about a job, it could be about your current season, it could be work, it could just be that maybe you're trying to get jobs and jobs are not coming and you think you're a failure. It could also feel like maybe I'm going to do well in a different environment. Maybe this environment is not better. I think about it all the time, like maybe if I leave this job, maybe things will be better. Maybe it's not you sometimes, maybe it's just the system. But whatever it is, don't let the negativity get to you. That's what I would say. Don't let the negativity get to you. All these things do happen. Just set small wins and go along with it. If you're able to meet up with the competition, meet up with it. But if you're not, if you're truly struggling, if it's fitness, there are so many other people that are also struggling. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. Whatever it is that you feel like you're lacking, train yourself. Ask for help. If you're doubting your skills, take on small project that reminds you of your value. Reach out to people that could actually help you, that you could talk to, that they could give you listening ear. Right now, at my current unit, I don't think I have that person that I could talk to. The person I felt like I could always talk to, but then the person also let me down, and I'm like, yeah, that is why I don't trust anybody in this life. But then whoever you think that you trust, that you could just share how you feel. Sometimes we overthink things also. The way we are overthinking things, maybe those people are not even thinking about it. I will give you an example. The game that went out of hand, it didn't go out of hand. Yeah, I didn't get game and my team almost lost. It was just like an innocent banter about we are really very terrible at this thing, or what actually are you good in? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not just a sports person. And it was a small banter that they didn't mean it to get to me, but it really got to me and it made me feel very terrible about myself. So if there's someone that maybe you call them out to let them know that what they've done is really wrong, but then don't dwell on it. Reclaim your power back. I know, being a black woman, being a female in a white or in a male dominated space, especially in a land that is different. Being an African is a journey of resilience, because I feel like if everybody is doing one thing, we are constantly doing times two, just to be seen, to feel heard, for people to know that we matter, for people to know that we have brains, we are smart, and you're just doing a lot, and it seems like you're not even seen. But I feel like even the little things that I do, I feel seen, but I don't want to be seen for bad things. I want to be seen for good things. I want to be able to create something. But I've gotten to that point where I just feel like even if I create something, they're going to think it's stupid. But then don't give in to that. You don't have to shrink to make others comfortable. You don't have to apologize for taking up your space. One thing you should always remember is you belong. Not because they say so, not because I'm telling you that, but because you do. And that's a period. Anyone who doesn't agree with that can go on transformer. So you belong, you deserve to be where you are, and that is why God has placed you there. Quitting is not even an option. If you're thinking of quitting, don't even do it. My team members, the other day, they thought it was just an harmless banter, but it really got to me. It pulled down my self-esteem. The next day, they were pulling me up, like telling me, oh, you can do it. And I just quit in my head because I'm like, who are these people to tell me that I can do anything? They've already like made me feel at my lowest. Now they're telling me, you can do it, don't quit. And I'm like, hello, I don't want to talk to you. But then I just need to like give them grace, forgive them, and move past it. Don't make permanent decisions from temporary pain. If your soul is tired, it's okay, but don't quit. Rest, relax, take a break. Whatever decisions we make to try to navigate this season, I want you to know that you're not alone. I see you, and I say I see you because I'm also helping myself by helping, encouraging you. We're encouraging each other. Your strength isn't in never failing, it's in how you rise, how you love yourself even when it's hard, how you hold your head high in rooms. And that is one thing I've decided I'm going to do this week. I'm just going to like go to work as if nothing ever happened. Last week is gone, this is a new week. Moving on to the new week, making new milestones and ensuring that I'm in the right space mentally and physically. And what has happened last week, just remember, but they will move past it. And you can always do other things to redeem yourself. And even if you can't redeem yourself, it's still okay, you know. But then one thing you should always reassure yourself is you're not alone. You're not the only one that feels this way, and you deserve to be where you are. And if you need a friend, comment below. This is a safe place. Your light is needed more than ever, so don't dim it, because it's going to give you the pathway to shine sooner or later. It might take a while. Many of us, we don't get to our destination on time. We crawl, we struggle, we have to like run times two, but then it still seems like nothing is happening or there's no shift. But then what is it they are worrying about? It just becomes so easy. You think you will not be recognized for your hard work. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now, it will pass and good things will happen again. So until you get to that stage, don't give up. Just keep showing up. Just keep doing you. No matter how rough the day gets, you are enough just as you are. So if this has really blessed you in one way or the other, please do well to like, comment, share with someone that will benefit from this kind of encouragement. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, queen, and you're beautiful always, and you deserve to be where you are, to be happy. Take care, stay blessed, and bye for now.